so you get to the point where you say, if I want to be okay, I need to stop creating this neurosis inside myself. And buying into it is not a way to stop it. If a kid's throwing a tantrum and you get him what he wants and you try to figure out what I need to do, that kid's going to keep throwing tantrums. If you spend your life trying to appease the part of you inside that is creating all these problems, it doesn't get better, it gets worse. So at some point, you realize, I am creating this problem within myself. Life is not creating this problem. Life is just going about its business. Life is just unfolding like it's done for 13.8 billion years. And I just happen to be standing here at this particular point in time, and I'm seeing what life is doing at this particular moment. I keep saying that to you because at some point you'll become conscious enough that that will blow your mind. That all you're seeing in front of you is the result of 13.8 billion years of evolution going on everywhere across the universe, and you're getting to see this point in time and space. That is what's happening, isn't it? That's what's there. If I took you out, it'd still be there, wouldn't it? I'd put you in, take you out, put you in. Wish I could do that. Pull out, drop you into Paris. You'll see what's going on. It can't have anything to do with you. You weren't there a minute ago. But it's still going to be going on. And you'll look and you'll see, holy mackerel, I am creating turmoil inside myself no matter where I am. If I want to grow spiritually, that's what I need to work with. So why am I creating all this disturbance? Eventually, and that's where I got to see it, the answer is very simple. Because I'm scared. That's why I'm doing it. So you look inside and you say, why am I so scared? That's the bottom line. But I'm telling you, the only way you can do this is to relax. Otherwise, you're going to react to this fear, react to this anxiety, and you're like panic. You like panic in there. I can't handle this. I can't handle this. I don't want to experience this. The next thing you know, you're saying things, doing things, acting things, doing whatever you can to try and not feel this disturbance that you created inside yourself. For absolutely no reason. Nobody's telling you to do this. You don't have to do this. Like I told you, the past, why are you doing this with your past? It's over. It's done. It already happened. Right? Why are you carrying that around inside and bothering yourself about it? Nobody's making you do that. There's nobody walking up to you constantly holding your past in your face. How many people run up to you and say, you did this when you were 5? Nobody knows, but you didn't tell them, but you know you did it. On a general rule, 99.99999% of the time, there is no one in life that is running up to you, shoving your past in your face. But you are. You're constantly doing this inside yourself. Why? It's going to make you sick, but yet you do it. So your work is always to go deep enough within yourself to say, why am I doing this? I don't need to do this. Doesn't mean it's going to stop right away. It's a habit you've developed. But at least reach the point where the deepest part of your being knows, hey, you know, the world is unfolding and I should be able to handle it. What's the big deal? I'm just experiencing what's happening on the planet Earth. The past is over. The future hasn't happened. Just get that place inside. It's called witness consciousness. I'm in here experiencing what's happening. Anything else is something I'm doing to myself. So if the past is bothering me, understand the past is not bothering you. You're doing it. The past doesn't even exist. It's just something you're doing inside yourself. If you keep doing that, you will not be okay. What you need to do is stop doing it. And that's spiritual growth. So what I'm saying is the alternative to doing what you're doing is to relax. And that may not make sense to you, but eventually it will. You are in there doing something that is making your past keep come up and making yourself keep disturbing yourself. You are in there doing something that is making it so when you're perfectly safe standing in the aisles of Publix, you're scared or you're nervous, all right? You're doing that. The alternative to doing that is to relax. And so a yogi or yogini realizes this, and they start developing a habit with themselves. Wherever they find themselves, for a moment, they take inventory and they see, look what tight I am, look at the disturbance I'm creating. Relax. You won't want to relax. You'll want to do something to feel safer. It seems as though if I relax, I've exposed myself. There's nothing happening. Therefore, there's nothing wrong. with opening up and letting go of this neurosis you're creating inside. More and more, you start practicing relaxing. So I'm standing in the presence with friends, and somebody's talking, and my mind is thinking what I'm going to say back instead of listening to what they're saying. You start watching that. So, and you notice, why am I doing that? And you'll see it's fear. You're trying to get ready. You're trying to make sure you don't say something stupid. You're trying, whatever the heck it is. In the midst of that, you relax. You relax. You just relax. What does that mean? Relax your shoulders, relax your chest, relax your tummy, relax your butt, because they get tight. Just do a wave of relax. While I'm standing there, while you're standing there, no one will notice. You just relax. Well, what will happen? Because you chose to relax, you didn't allow yourself to get involved in this process of creating neurosis. Relaxation is the opposite of neurosis. That's why in yoga, you relax. That's what it's all about, right? They go into different stages and postures of relaxation. If you relax inside, wherever you are, now you're not going to do it every moment, but eventually you will. I'll get there in a second. But your practice now is, at various points, regular points throughout the day, you catch yourself, you become present, and you look to see what's going on inside of you. And I'm telling you, what you're going to see is that you're creating tension. You're going to see that you're creating anxiety. You're going to see that you're creating a storm in there when nothing's happening outside. And one way to tell is, if it is about the past, that's not happening outside. The past is not happening outside. It already did. It's over. So if you're disturbed about anything that has to do with the past, then it's what I'm talking about, isn't it? You're creating disturbance for yourself where there doesn't need to be. Same thing with the future. The future hasn't happened yet. If you are creating worries and anxieties about the future, that's not in front of you. Those are things you're doing. The alternative to doing that is to relax. If I'm relaxing, if I'm using my will to relax, then I didn't put my whole heart and soul into using my will to create a hard time for myself. I am telling you, if you think life is hard, you will eventually reach the point that 95% of all the hard times that you're experiencing, you are creating for yourself. At the most, the unfolding of life in front of you might create 5% of your disturbances. You are, every moment of your life, creating disturbance for yourself. You need to stop doing that. So one way of doing that is this practice of relaxation. So you will find yourself in different situations. Most of them are neutral. There's nothing going on. Relax. Just give yourself this right to relax. I'm telling you, it will change your life. Even those moments I used to, every time I got into a car, before I'd start it, I would just relax. Every time I got out, I'd relax. Remember, this was back in the 70s. Every time I would find myself in a situation where I have to open a door, I have to go through a door. You go through a lot of doors during the day. Every time, I would remember I'm on the planet Earth about to go through a door and just relax. It changed my life. Those moments of relaxation will change your entire life. Why? You will become more conscious. One, you're being conscious by being there. And two, what you're doing when you're conscious is not participating in destroying your life by creating neurosis for yourself. How many times have you worried about something that never happened? Well, a lot. There's a lot of things. Like I said, the past is over. So if you're having disturbance with the past, that's wasted. The future hasn't happened. So if you're having disturbance about the future, that's wasted. The situations in front of you that are unfolding, if you're creating disturbance about them because you're embarrassed, you're this, you're self-conscious, you're doing that. So by the time you're done, what I noticed is like 95% of my problems are me. The root of my problems are me. It's something I'm doing inside myself that's creating this tremendous turmoil and tension and disturbance. Therefore, for me to try to solve that with anything other than stop doing it. There, that's your spiritual path. Stop doing unto yourself what you're doing unto yourself. You need to learn to develop a healthy relationship with yourself. And you do that first by catching yourself in the present moment and seeing what are you doing to yourself. Because if it is not happening out there and you're just experiencing the outside, and that is not, the 99% of the time, the outside is not a disturbance. It is you that is creating disturbance. No matter what's happening, it's a disturbance. If you're driving down the street, it's not hard to drive. You guys are pretty good at it. There's no disturbance, but you look and see what's going on inside of you, and you're going to see tension, anxiety, all kinds of stuff. You are doing that. So the alternative is, while you're driving, catch yourself. What do I do if I see myself thinking about the past? Relax. What do I do if I see myself worrying about the future, 20 years from now? Relax. What do I do if I find myself, I'm scared and I'm looking around to make sure I'm okay with everything? Relax.